Alright, we're finally going to see the all-new Subaru Crosstrek. Wait, we'll just tell you before you start googling what a Crosstrek is. It's none other than the brand's already super famous crossover, the XV. It's just being renamed to give the Japanese manufacturer some consistency all around the world. In this video, we'll be talking about this new, gorgeous vehicle, so make sure to stay up until the end of the video to learn all about it. First up, Subaru Crosstrek. New shape, new name, the Subaru XV. Now the Crosstrek was never known to be a macho rock crawler. It was never meant to be that. The main purpose of this vehicle was to be rugged, fuel efficient, affordable, and at the same time, take you off-roading every now and then. It's a lot more reliable in that department than an Impreza hatchback. The new generation isn't a lot different from the previous one. It's still reliable, a solid off-roader, and it's still just as rugged. But this time, there's one major difference that might finally convince you to spend some money on this car. It's beautiful. No, we mean it. Folks used to buy this car for its affordable price and its reliability, but we can see people buying this because it's drop-dead gorgeous. And no folks, Subaru didn't pay us to say all this. We really do like it. In true Subaru fashion, the styling hasn't been altered wildly, yet it's been changed enough to make this subcompact car look exciting. And then of course, the interior is just as you would expect. It's modern enough to tell you that you're in a 2023 car, but not too modern. It still has that Subaru element. It's solid, spacious, and practical. You see lots of buttons and a huge screen. Other than that, it's pretty basic. The Japanese auto giant hasn't updated us regarding what changes we'll see under the hood, but the sole engine in Japan is the 2.0-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder hybrid. It's not powerful, but hey, it'll take you from A to B. We do expect to see a variety of engine options here in Aussie, so let's dive right in. Up next, the drivetrain. This is where it's at for most Subaru fans. Many of us still expect this company to manufacture engines as they did for the 05 Impreza. What a darn nice car. But this isn't meant for rallying. It's meant to drop your kids at school and grocery runs on your way back. We already told you what engine it's going to offer in Japan. Chances are that Australia and the rest of the world will see the same power unit. But the current Crosstrek in the United States does offer a 182 horsepower 2.5-liter 4 and a 148 horsepower plug-in hybrid, so we might just see that too. However, the current 2.0-liter engine is getting quite old, and it's inefficient. It's not even that powerful. This is exactly why there are reports of a 1.5-liter turbo engine to replace all that old tech. You put a hybrid setup in the mix, and you get a solid, powerful, and most importantly, fuel-efficient vehicle. Fingers crossed, guys. But the point is, none of the engines we're expecting will deliver conspicuous performance. The entire point is to pretty much comfortably transport you, not to rearrange your guts. The outgoing model is offered globally with a CVT and a 6-speed manual transmission, but of course, this time around, we're expecting the stick shift to be dropped entirely. And as with most Subaru vehicles, this car too will have an all-wheel drive standard in all its trims. Speaking of which, moving on, how many variants should we expect? Subaru hasn't confirmed what trims we're gonna get, but we do have some ideas based on the previous model. At first, we should expect to see the base model, which is currently being sold in the country as Subaru XV 2.0iL AWD. This particular car has the lowest frills out of the whole lineup and starts at around 37,000 Australian dollars. Just because it's a base doesn't mean it won't have anything. It still comes with features such as dual zone climate control, premium cloth trims, and much more. However, this time around, it might be powered by a 1.5-liter turbo. Then secondly, we expect to see a more premium version of this model, currently sold as the Subaru XV 2.0i Premium AUD. This will start at around over $42,000. It'll essentially have the same engine as the car we just mentioned, and it'll most likely not be a hybrid. It'll take the base car and add features such as sat-nav, reverse automatic braking, blind spot monitor, front view monitor, electric sunroof, and heated door mirrors. The last, most expensive model we expect to see will be the Premium, but with a hybrid setup. This car is expected to be pretty much the same as the one we just mentioned, but it will either come in a 2.0-liter hybrid or a 1.5-liter turbo hybrid. We might get to see a plug-in hybrid like the US, but to be honest, there's not a lot of demand for that here, and this car is expected to start at between $44,000 to $46,000. Next up, the interior. Now this car wouldn't be a Subaru if it wasn't spacious and cargo-friendly, but on top of that, the company claims to have added sound-deadening materials to dampen noises and quell vibrations, and improved upon the seat design to make them more comfortable, and to stop us from falling out of them during hard cornering. But let's be honest, how often will that happen? Leather upholstery may remain optional on all the trims. The basic variant will come with cloth, and the higher-end model will come with silver stitching and patterned inserts. The instrument cluster is still analog dialogue. It's not a screen like most of its competitors are adding. And while it's a little charming, not gonna lie, it can make the car look a little dated. But of course, that depends from person to person. The infotainment system is huge though. It's a whopping 11.6-inch Tesla-style display. It's the same as the one that can be found on other Subaru models. The large screen is optional though for the basic trim, and that's a bummer. But hey, the good news is all cars come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The all-black color scheme does make the car look a lot more premium and sporty, and well, that's how they've shown it to us in the pictures. So we hope that doesn't get changed when the car eventually goes on for sale in the middle of 2023. Lastly, the safety and warranty. We know, this is all boring, and you didn't want to be here for this. But the problem is, if you're going to make an informed decision, you need to know if this car is safe and if the manufacturer has your back. The good news is, all models of this car are expected to have a 5-year warranty. And the best news is, there's no limit to the number of kilometers you drive. You could circle Australia as many times as you'd like and still be eligible for a warranty. And the cherry on top, these cars will also come with 5-year capped price servicing. So you know Subaru believes in their product. The safety features on these things are pretty standard, nothing extraordinary. But at the same time, they're significant enough for you to consider this a safe bet. It'll have Subaru's EyeSight driver assistance feature, and it'll also include a lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, automated emergency braking, and adaptive cruise control. So nothing too crazy, nothing too little, just perfect, especially for within the city. And that, folks, is the new 2023 Subaru Crosstrek. The XV name is now dead with the new generation. Now, let's take a minute or so to discuss a few other things happening in the world of automobiles. In other news, first of all, the EV discount bill must pass. Australia lags behind its peers when it comes to EVs, while the US and Europe make great strides in the world of green cars. Sales here just aren't as solid as we expected, and that's partially the fault of government policies. This is exactly why the CEO of the Electric Vehicle Council, Bayad Jafari, says the discount bill needs to be passed, and the problem is it's been delayed since July. This bill will make non-premium EVs cheap in the country, so they can slowly phase out ICE cars. What's more, here are the cheapest EVs to insure. Since the bill hasn't passed and you might badly want an EV, and we failed to make you consider the Crosstrek, here's a list of the cheapest EVs to insure. First up, the Porsche Taycan. Kidding. The Mini Cooper SE. Then we have the Hyundai Kona, followed by the Kia Niro, Nissan Leaf, Chevy Bolt, and the Ford F-150. Annual premiums on these cars start at $1,480 and go to about $1,800. In contrast, you'll need $4,500 to insure the Audi e-tron GT. And finishing up, this is your last chance to own the Lamborghini Aventador. On a sad day for motor enthusiasts, Lambo announced the discontinuation of their Aventador. What's sadder is they won't be making any more V12 cars. Great, just what we needed. Aussie's final Aventador will be coming sometime in 2023 and will be listed at around $800,000. So if you haven't bought one yet, now's your chance. And that's a wrap for this video. What's your favorite thing about the Crosstrek? Comment below and let us know. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more. See you in the next one.